Yeah, back on the SportsMax zone, just a quick update on that schoolboy football match in Jamaica where Clarendon College are actually trailing Garth Sale at the moment, 3-2. So that other spot in the Costa Cup final yet to be decided. Now let's go up north. Chelsea took a 2-0 lead into today's second leg semi-final of the Carabao Cup against Tottenham Hotspur, and we have those highlights now.
And again by Mount. Galini came and got nowhere near. Rudiger too big, too strong, too certain. And Chelsea now maybe too far ahead.
Unsure whether to come off his line or not. Eventually he does. And when he does and comes that far, he has to get something on it. He doesn't.
Nice touch from Lucas Moura. Moved on by Højbjerg. In by Doherty. Kane's on the spin. Christensen makes the block. Højbjerg. A little deflection, was it? Yes, it was. It's a corner.
Touch.
Celso plays it in. Kane at the far post was within a stud's length. Højbjerg's beyond Rudiger, who left a foot in. It's a penalty.
We saw moments ago suggested this will be overturned.
Because once he's falling into the box here, the only contact, it seems to me, is with his trailing foot on his own ankle. He, as it were, trips over himself from this point there. Spurs really need this, but they very well might not get it.
He was adamant straight away, Rudiger, that it was outside the box.
It's a free kick. Kane. That's clever from Kane. He's got options either way. He's fed it in here for Lucas Moura. It's a very good smother from Kepa Arrizabalaga, or so it appeared. Andre Mariner has pointed at the spot.
He will overturn that decision.
It's a very good tackle, seems to me. And sure enough, that is the conclusion reached by Andre Mariner. Davis. Azpilicueta slipped. Davis delivered. Emerson Royale across gets Azpilicueta. Himself was such an expensive acquisition, and he's in trouble here now. Lucas Moura, and Harry Kane has to score.
Looking at that angle, it looks as though he might well be. Spurs need a lifeline. They've had 2 penalties overturned, and it looks as though now, and confirmed, Harry Kane is offside, and the goal will be ruled out.
Keeper comes and punches again, and that will do. It will be chirpy Chelsea on Wembley Way.
Yeah, so Chelsea through to the Carabao Cup final, and Antonio Rudiger, George and Mariah, a transformed player under Thomas Tuchel, 10 goals now in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah, he's been brilliant for them. And Lance, I just have to say, this entire Chelsea team, from the onset of this Carabao Cup match, they looked like winners and leaders. You know, they came into the match with confidence. And I get the sense, and it's only now because a lot of people are criticizing the team selection of Tottenham. So I get the sense that, you know, Chelsea realized that, you know, the Tottenham team didn't look as strong as they expected. A lot of people questioning the choice of the goalkeeper, while the first choice goalkeeper was actually on the bench. So Chelsea just doing what we know them to do, getting back to form and beating a team that they think were inferior to them on the day.
George, Hugo Lloris dropped.
Yes.
It was felt here on this goal that the goalkeeper didn't take charge in his box.
No, I mean, you always say that when we're in situations that, which is why goalkeepers go sometimes to hurt any opposition player. They go not just to take the ball, but to inflict as much pain on anybody challenging them for the ball. It was one of those situations where the goalkeeper sought to do that, sought to use his body, his fists to get it out. And it actually didn't hit Rudiger's head. I thought it hit his back or maybe the nape of his neck, somewhere there, and went in. So the goalkeeper was unfortunate because it hit a part of Rudiger's body. Look at that, it hit his back. Yeah. So you can't blame a goalkeeper for being beaten by a shot that comes off the attacking player's back, you know, because nobody's aiming to play the ball with that part of their body. The fact about Tottenham's team selection, Tottenham does not have a strong squad. Tottenham does not have a strong first 11. So it is that if Lloris is dropped, if somebody else is dropped, the fact that Harry Kane was in the starting lineup, Antonio Conte himself has said, look, we are going to need major reinforcements in January if we are to achieve our objective of making it to the Champions League and perhaps pinching a cup competition. Maybe they can pinch something else, but most of the competitions are out of their reach now. So for those who say that Spurs played a weakened team, Spurs are a weakened team.
What about
Spurs are a weak team, so there you go. Mariah made a point that's a solid point. Chelsea played the two legs as if they knew they were playing a team that they are better than in every respect. And it showed over the course of the two legs that they played with a swagger that suggested that, yeah, we're better than these guys, and they are.
Yeah, played with authority, Chelsea did. The Carabao Cup semis will continue on Thursday with the first leg between Arsenal and Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium. Let's hear from the respective managers.
I have hope when I play and when I'm competing for any trophy. They have a couple of players out. We certainly have a lot out as well. It's what it is. We're going to have to go there to try to win the first match because it's going to put us in a better position for the second one.
Mikkel is doing an exceptional job there, having a lot of young boys in this front. Yeah, 3+ like I said, I think, which they usually play, is really exciting to watch. Good setup, clear idea, and so I think they improved a lot between then and now. Even when they were already good then, we just played a really good game against them, and that's the team we will face. So that's a tricky draw.
Of course, this first leg match had been postponed from last week because of COVID-19 issues, and we were discussing off-air, George and Mariah, that although many people would consider Liverpool favourites for this one, it's a knockout match. Arsenal tend to be strong in knockout matches, and Liverpool aren't at full strength. So this match, could be a lot more competitive and unpredictable than some people may be saying.
Yeah, I like how you put it, especially because rightfully so, not a full strength squad. A lot of their key players missing, like Mo Salah, who was defeated today. Where this is concerned, Lance, I still think that Liverpool, based on what they've been doing in the Premier League, will find a way to get over the line against Arsenal. I know you don't want to call a winner just so, because you're saying it's a knockout match and Arsenal are good, but I still feel like with the pieces that Liverpool have, despite missing a lot of their key players, they're going to find a way just to get that goal to get them across the line. No?
Well, the thing is this.
You're supporting Arsenal?
Yes, for tomorrow, yes.
Oh, wow.
Because
happened?
Because the players that Liverpool are missing are absolutely vital to everything Liverpool does from a defensive, from a midfield perspective and from a goal scoring perspective. The players that Arsenal are missing, they don't really want. Looking at Aubameyang, the titular captain, well, he stripped of the captaincy now, but yeah, they don't. Arsenal don't want him. Haven't been using him in recent weeks. The fact of Salah and Salah and Mane's absence is going to leave a huge void for Liverpool. They'll be far less potent. The attack won't be as slick, and even more than slick. Forget slickness of attack. It is goal scoring in attack. It's potency. They won't have that. Liverpool dodged a bullet because Joel Matip fell out with the Cameroonian football officials a season and a half ago. They don't want him. If they catch him, they'll put him in jail for what he did. They consider his actions to be short of treason for a Cameroon international. So he's there. Liverpool's defense is intact. Liverpool's attack has been shorn of its two most potent, most lethal players. I think Arsenal have the advantage here, even though the Liverpool defence that will be fielded on Thursday will be better than the Arsenal defence that will be fielded. But the Arsenal attack has a cutting edge that the Liverpool attack does not in the absence of Mane and Salah.
In 10 seconds, though, the Arsenal team will be without a couple of players as well who Arteta may consider I'm not sure if I'd use the word vital, but certainly complementary to his overall roster.
Well, I tell you what, they'll be losing players, but he'll be feeling the available men, the strongest team, because there's no European competition for Arsenal, as we know.
Yes.
I don't think they can win the league, but they can win this Carabao Cup, and Arsenal are very good in cup competitions, as you noted. They'll be going all out with who they have to win this competition.
Yeah, George specifically didn't mention some of the names that I wanted to talk about because he doesn't think Pepe is any good. So Arsenal missing
he couldn't
Pepe.
get a game on Football Factory.
Arsenal missing Pepe is, by George's reckoning, neither here nor there.
That's like Man United missing Fred.
Yes, I understand you, George. Sticking with football and staying in England, action in the English Premier League continued on Wednesday with a fifth-place team, West Ham, hosting Norwich in a rescheduled fixture. And here's how that one went.
A couple of little irritants in his way there, just trying to stop the run.
Works short this time. Room for Bowen. Dangerous delivery, and it goes all the way in. Jared Bowen is at it again.
Going to get that all-important touch on it, so it has to be an offside decision for me. You're thinking he's going to get the touch on it. I think it's Vlasic. Look, yeah, it's just Vlasic there. He just seems to be in that offside position.
It is that almost perfectly placed ball by Jared Bowen where you either pick out a player or it floats through and goes inside the far post, but the check, as you can see, is complete. Nikola Vlasic deemed offside. Cresswell flying forwards for West Ham once more. Goes deep, so deep that Soufal can pick it up on this near side. He clips it in, and there will be no denying Jared Bowen this time. Lovely piece of skill from him. He might have a crack at goal here, and it comes back off the post. And Norwich City was so close to drawing level here. Lanzini, Fornals, plenty of space for Masuaku here. Takes a touch, pulls it back, it's two. But the offside flag is up to deny West Ham and Jared Bowen for a second time here tonight.
Maybe
We
this.
believe that the goal will be awarded here. It is a second of the night for Jared Bowen.
And that's just his foot there as he's gone out. That right foot has played Bowen onside.
There is the full-time whistle. West Ham United are back into the top four of the Premier League. It is job done for David Moyes' side. As for Norwich City, they remain rooted to the bottom of the table, and Jared Bowen, so much the reason why. A sparkling performance here tonight.
Yeah, so Jared Bowen's double gives West Ham the victory, lifting them to fourth in the table, ahead of Arsenal now and within 3 points, or within 5 points of third place Liverpool.
Yeah, and they're following instructions. Head coach David Moyes did tell them to continue annoying, his words, continue annoying the top four Premier League team. They took the task at hand and they did so. I'm a bit gutted though, because we didn't get to see Jamaican Mikel Antonio score last time he met Norwich. He beat 4 goals against them, and I was looking forward to see him among the goal scorers. But a win is a win, and now they're back in the top 4. 2 points separate them from Arsenal, who's fifth.
Yeah, the West Ham seem to have caught a second wind. The form went, they were rocky when the games they were playing in Europe caused them to lose some players to injury, and then the workload of playing Premier League and European competition that really took a toll on some of the players, and some of them appeared a bit stale. The fact that the European season went on a break and they were only able to focus on domestic competition seems to have given them that second wind that you need in this race for the Premier League money spots. And I think that they have played well. I'm worrying, though, when the European competitions resume and they are in action against some tough teams left in this knockout section of the Europa League, how they'll trend. They may suffer another wobble, but it is that they're doing well for themselves at this point.
Yeah, so a quick look before the break on the current EPL standings coming out of today's victory for West Ham over Norwich. So West Ham, as we said, lifting themselves 1 spot up the table now to 37 points. They're in fourth, 5 points adrift of Liverpool in third, Chelsea on 43, and Manchester City out front by a long way. Arsenal in fifth, Tottenham sixth, and Manchester United in seventh position. Norwich City remain rooted to the bottom of the table after today's loss. They've only scored 8 goals in 20 matches so far, Norwich City. They are the worst team in the English Premier League at the moment. Newcastle and Burnley are the other relegation position teams with them. We go to break. George?
Norwich are just 3 points behind Watford, who've scored 22 goals. They've scored 14 more, and they only have 3 points more.
Yeah, no,
there you go.
Yeah, Norwich need to find some goals. Back with more on The Zone after this.